G'day Bushers, Reese here with Ruth. We're just catching up before a big Hobie Australian Classic next week down in Malakuta. We're going to talk all things Hobie and how she got to this point. Ruth, how are you and how you training?
Yeah,
We've just been up the Nico for a quick paddle.
I have actually, and I bombed out on the brim unfortunately. Only caught a nice big flatty. It was probably about 55, 60 centimetres. But no brim here today, unfortunately.
Same as me, I couldn't catch a brim to save myself. So Ruth, for the novices at home, the Hobie Championship, what's it based around? What's it about?
Yeah, it's actually Hobie put on a brim fishing kayak series, so it is primarily catching brim. That's what the whole series, each year, it's been running 14 years now, and you have to catch 3 fish each day. We have a pre-fish day on the Friday, then we have 2 days of competition. So it's just to catch brim.
So it's the first thing is to catch the 3 fish.
It is.
Then obviously you've got the live bait well at the back to keep the fish alive.
Correct.
So once you get your 3, and then you keep trying to catch your biggest ones and chuck the other ones
That's
back.
right.
So
you can only ever have 3 in your live well at one time. If you get caught with more, it's an instant dismissal, so you're gone. Yeah, so it's pretty serious stuff, and yeah, bigger, fatter fish the better.
Bigger the better. Awesome. And no other fish count.
No.
Awesome. Now let's just talk about how you got to be in one of the 57 contestants in next week's Australian Open.
Yeah. Hobie, who I fish with, obviously the Series 14, that's what we're all in contention for next week. So the Australian Championships are being held at Malakuta from Wednesday to Sunday, and you have to actually fish quite a few of the rounds and do quite well and catch maybe 3 fish each day, which qualifies you for the Australian Championships, so you get points for each fish. So I think overall out of 200 plus I'm coming 29th, so not a bad effort this year.
Now we must mention you're the only female in the whole group. That's a great effort.
Yeah, it's really good. So 56 guys and me, and I qualified last year too and fished the Gold Coast in the Australian Championships there as well, which was a similar number. I think there was 55 and me.
Now I had a quick look on the weather. The weather looks good next week, so hopefully it's prime conditions and you can take it up to the boys. Now everything goes all right next week at the Australian Championship. What's next?
Well, after that, not much. Next season starts next year, which will be Series 15. So start again, and March they've got a really great trip over to Tassie, so I'll be heading over there. I've already booked my passage and hopefully do the 2 back-to-back comps there. And yeah, hopefully qualify again for the Oz Champs, or if you win one, you automatically go into the Australian Championships. But if you do well at every single round, you could actually end up at the World Championships, which is at a location yet to be named for next year's championship. So yeah, it could be Sweden. I doubt they'll go there again. It was there last year.
Yep.
Could be back in Australia, which I kind of doubt too. It could be. We got some new fishing girls trying to convert them. And anyway, so yeah, it'd be really good for me to do well. This year I gave it a really good crack and went to the Gold Coast, drove all the way up. I've been to Sydney twice, South Australia pretty much, Ben River, Marlow, which was my best success all over actually in the last 5 years that I've been doing it. I actually finished in the top 10 out of 125, so that was good. Yeah.
Awesome work, Ruth. Now we've got the vessel behind us. Do you want to talk us through right from the start to the...
All right, well, this one is actually a Pro Angler 12, so it's 12 foot long, and it's a 360 version, so it has this drive, which is drop down into the hull, and it can spin around, so it actually, you can pretty much go backwards just by dialing it in with this dial, or this knob here. Then you've got your rudder controls either side as well. So it's much easier than the other ones, which just have a pull lever. Normally they have forward and backwards, but this one actually goes forward, backwards, around in circles, so sideways. Pretty impressive on the water, very easy to use. So you've got obviously the front of it, the hatch. There's a battery. You probably won't see this, but a bit of storage at the front there. That's where all your tackle and things go. Some of it goes under the seat. There's another hatch there. More gear goes in there when I'm actually, I've unloaded it in preparation for the Oz Champ, so there's not much on board.
Now we've got the Lowrance sounder. You want to give them a good shout out? You might, if anyone from Lowrance watching, they might give you a plug. Get you a new one.
That's it. That's the HDS 9 Live, so that's got the side scan as well, which is really awesome. And then, yeah, you pretty much have your comfy seat, cushion, PFD, and at the back, I don't know if you can see this, we've got the live well, and that's where we store the fish, run by another battery here. So I turn that on and that runs, you know, pumps water in, keeps the fish alive, and we have to catch 3 each day. And it's the biggest or fattest, heaviest fish is what you want each day. So the bigger the better. And obviously that's got a little bit of rod storage, and there's a little bit more there if you want to. And then you've got all your rods and reels, and then a power pole at the back, which is run through Bluetooth, just a double click on a little thing around my neck, and anchors you in up to 1.7 metres of water.
Now for the guys that are watching that want to get into the Hobie scene, you can put a motor back here too, can you? Like
you can do whatever you like, but not in the comps.
Not in the comps.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
If you're looking, you can put a motor in the back.
Yep.
If you don't want to pedal the whole time. So, what's your rod of choice?
The one you're holding, that's a Miller rod. Yep, and that's a Grub Freak. So designed to flick soft plastics, and then I use Dialuvius. I've got probably 6 of those. Yeah, so it's a really great combination. Very super light, very sensitive. So
zoom in on that, Jeff, for all the spuds at home that can't catch a fish. That's the setup you want.
That's what you need.
And that little soft plastic, I might take a photo before I leave.
That's a Hurricane Sprat. Yeah, that's
Hurricane
super
Sprat.
Oil 85 hybrid.
I don't think it'll matter what I use sometimes. The fish seem to run the other way. So that's awesome, Ruth.
Yep.
All the best next week.
Thank
you. We'll be sure to catch up with you the following week and make sure you catch some fish.
Too. That'd be awesome. I'd love to win it, to be honest.
Thank you.
Thank you. So I'm going to release him. Is that okay?
Yep.
Don't need any more?